invoking the blessings of the divine and offering our collective gratitude to Sadhguru Srimad Sudan Sai. Respected elders, esteemed guests who have joined us from all across the country, brothers and sisters, and all those watching us live from around the world, Sai Ram, Namaste, and a very good evening. We will commence this evening's proceedings with Vedic invocation by the girl students of the Sri Sathya Sai University for Human Excellence, pursuing the BA Vedic Studies program, and they shall be chanting the Gayatri Ganapata. This morning, we had a wonderful inaugural session of the India Startup Festival with various eminent entrepreneurs and industry leaders addressing all of us. The highlight of the session was the launch of the 1 Rupee app, an innovative initiative wherein the core philosophy is that the impact of a good thought is infinite when it is translated into a good deed that is done consistently over a sustained period of time. It is not the size, but the sincerity of the thought that can heal the world and build a better future for all. The 1 Rupee app is a modern manifestation of the noble and time-tested practice of an Indian mother keeping aside a fistful of rice every day before cooking for the family in order to serve someone in greater need. This is our Indian way of being mindful and helpful to one another. A rupee a day shared for the betterment of society is the new digital way of living the same good old life of compassion and charity. We urge everyone to be a part of this 1 rupee revolution, including all our Indian brothers and sisters who live abroad. You can also download the app and be a part of this revolution. With tomorrow being Gandhi Jayanti, we will be having the Walk for Peace. After downloading the app, walk for an hour, anywhere, at any time. And for every 10 steps that you walk in that hour, 1 rupee will go towards the nutrition, education, and healthcare of a child in need. Brothers and sisters, it is really that simple. And I'm sure we can all do our part to walk for peace and join the 1 rupee revolution. After the invigorating inaugural session, Sadhguru Srimad Sudan Sai proceeded to the Yagashala, where yagnas were being conducted in celebration of the Navaratri festival. Every year over the last few years, priests from Sringeri have been coming to Satyasai Grama to conduct the Navaratri homas, praying for the health and well-being of the entire world. And today, we had the Lakshmi Narasimha Homa and the Gayatri Homa. Additionally, priests from West Bengal have been performing Durga Puja every day as an offering of love and gratitude to the Divine Mother. Today being the 6th day of Navaratri, the goddess was invoked as Ma Katyayini, who is considered the destroyer of evil, depicted as having 4 hands and wielding a long sword. From tomorrow morning, the 4-day Maharudra Yajna will commence, culminating in the Mahapurnahuti on Dashara on October 5th. All are welcome to the Yagashala for the Divine Mother's blessings. It is now my pleasure to invite Sai Harikesh, one of our students who is pursuing his grade 12 at this very institution, to take over from here and host the much-awaited segment of the evening, the Sai Symphony Orchestra. Sai Ram.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Satyasai Grama. It's such an honor to have all of you here. We, the members of Sai Symphony Orchestra, are privileged to have got this opportunity. I would like to give a brief introduction about the orchestra. There is one symphony orchestra in Mumbai named as the Symphony Orchestra of India. This is the 2nd symphony orchestra in this country and currently the largest one in the country. We have a variety of instruments like the contrabasses, cellos, violins, violas, saxophones, trombones, flutes, clarinets, and a wide variety of percussions. But apart from this, we also have many instruments from around the world: the bouzouki and baglama from Greece, the Armenian duduk, the electric guitar, the bass guitar, 2 harps customized in Italy, and a grand piano. Today's musical concert is going to be a musical journey around the world, consisting of various genres of music from different periods of time. We will be presenting musical pieces starting with rock, jazz, Latin, Greek, and Western classical by some of the well-known composers like Beethoven, Mozart, and Bach, and some famous theme songs as well as from well-known movie series. Now, I request Mr. Dimitris Lambrianos to take the stage. Our first piece this evening will be the Final Countdown, originally performed and released in 1986 by the Swedish rock band Europe and written by Joey Tempest. It was a massive hit around the world. For this piece, we have Rishi Gopinath on the electric guitar, presenting to you the Final Countdown. composed by Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, one of the all-time greatest Western classical composers. The next song, presented by the Sai Symphony Orchestra, is Turkish March, also titled Ronda Öla Turka, meaning the Turkish way or the Turkish March. This composition is the final movement of Mozart's Piano Sonata number 11. For this piece, on the timpani, we have Naveen, and on the grand piano, we have Jeevan Sai. Presenting to you Turkish March. Now, I would like to introduce the string sections of the symphony orchestra. On the contrabasses, we have Om Sai Pradhan, Prem Sai, Somnath, Kushal Suresh, and Krishna Bharat. On the electric bass, we have Dushyanta. On the cellos, we have Emmanuel, Sai Aditya, Likit Sai, Saish, Anvit, Birappa. On the violas, we have Kabir, Anandavardhana Sai, Obina, Raghavendra, Ayush. The next piece the orchestra will be playing is Take 5, which is a highly influential jazz standard composed by saxophonist Paul Desmond. It was released in 1959 by the Dave Brubeck Quartet. Over time, it became the best-selling single in the history of jazz music and is well known to this day for its offbeat rhythm. On this piece, we have Mr. Dimitris Lambrianos on the grand piano, Rishi Gopinath on the alto saxophone, and Saish on the tenor saxophone. Presenting to you, Take 5. Flight of the Bumblebee was composed by Nikolai Rimsky-Korsakov and is well known for its chaotic pace. As per its name, the tune is meant to evoke the frenzied pace of a bumblebee's flight. This evening, Flight of the Bumblebee will be performed solely by Sai Shankar Narayanan on the grand piano. The next composition we will be presenting this evening is a Badinari from Suite Number 2 in B minor, composed by Johann Sebastian Bach, the famed Baroque composer. This particular type of composition is known for its lively and playful nature. On the lead flutes for this piece, we have Ashwin Sundaram and Harshit Krishna, presenting to you Badinari. Now, I would like to introduce the violin section of the symphony orchestra. On the second violins, we have Girivardhan, Sai Nandan, Tishar, Narasimha, Jnaneshwar, Mayur, and Renuka Prasad. Munesh, Aditya, Sai Pratik. On the first violins, we have Sai Vasisht, Ashwin Sundaram, Ishan Ram, Yogeshwaran, Vishwa, Srivatsa, Sai Shankar Narayan, Jeevan Sai, Satya. Now, we will have Aditya of grade 10 speaking to all of us.
Good evening. My name is Aditya. Good evening. My name is Aditya. I hail from Mumbai, having come from a living from their slums. Having come from slums, which was full of distraction and indiscipline. By the time I was in 10th standard, I came here in 9th standard and I studied in 10th standard till here. Then the teachers here supporting and love. The teachers yes no मेरा नाम आदित्य है. मैं क्लास 10th से हूँ. मैं यहाँ 9वीं कक्षा में ज्वाइन हुआ. मुझे यहाँ अपॉर्चुनिटी मिली कि दिस ऑर्केस्ट्रा में ज्वाइन होने के लिए और दिस गुरुकुलम में ज्वाइन होने के लिए. और मैं बहुत आभारी हूँ कि मैं इस मंच पे हूँ अब आपके सामने. और थैंक यू.
Our next number is the team composed by Lalo Schifrin in an odd rhythm, which won the Best Instrumental Theme at the 10th Grammy Awards. We will be presenting to you the theme from the TV and movie series Mission Impossible. On this piece, we will have Mr. Dimitris Lambrianos on the grand piano, Rishi Gopinath on the electric guitar, and Om Sai Pradhan on the electric bass, presenting to you Mission Impossible. I would like to introduce the brass section of the symphony orchestra. On the baritones, we have Modin, Harshit, Abhishek. On the trombones, we have Sai Manish, Heer Sangappa, Sri Ram Charan. On the French horn, we have Karthik. On the trumpets, we have Mr. Massimo, Vivan, Jatin, Sai Chandra, Dhanraj. On the tenor saxophones, we have Saish, Sarvesh. On the alto saxophones, we have Madhu, Sai Vamshi, Sai Kaushal, Chandrasekhar, Majid. On the flutes, we have Shreyas, Abhishek, Harshit Krishna, Ishwar, Amog. On the clarinets, we have Sai Giridhar, Vishwanath, Vikas, Suhas, Sahil, Anand. The next piece we will be presenting this evening is Hallelujah, which translates to Praise the Lord. Composed by Leonard Cohen, this song has been differently interpreted by many musicians. Tonight's rendition will have Mr. Dimitris Lambrianos on the harp, soprano saxophone, and the Armenian duduk. We also have Sai Shankar Narayanan on the harp, Ashwin Sundaram on the Chinese flute, Mr. Massimo on the trumpet, Jeevan Sai on the grand piano. The next piece that will be presented to you is Chopin's Revolutionary Etude. The Revolutionary Etude by the Polish composer Frédéric Chopin is a solo piano piece inspired by the Polish Revolution of 1831. An etude is a French word meaning study and refers to the composition that develops technique. This etude is a very demanding and technical and will be performed by Mr. Dimitris Lambrianos on the grand piano. Now, I would like to introduce our teacher, Mr. Dimitris Lambrianos, a Greek American who has been teaching us for the last 8 years. In 2020, under Sadhguru's direction, the brass band grew into a symphony orchestra. Over the past 2 years, the Sai Symphony Orchestra grew to include nearly 100 students playing strings, brass, and percussions. This orchestra is being led by Mr. Dimitris Lambrianos. Mr. Dimitris is a well-accomplished musician who can play over more than 30 instruments and has played in many prestigious venues such as the Albert Hall in London, La Scala in Milan, and the Carnegie Hall in Manhattan, and many others. He has taught in Europe and the United States. He was also a professor at the New York University prior to his arrival here. We request Mr. Dimitris to speak a few words.
I will give you my own introduction. I started when I was 5 years old, playing piano, and slowly I tried to go to a next level, learning more instruments. So finally, I learned all these instruments, and I learned also some other instruments from different parts of the world, like Arabic instruments, Greek instruments, Chinese, Japanese, even Indian. And I'm still learning instruments. So I was always trying to go to the next level. But when I came to India to meet Sri Satya Sai Baba, I realized that the next level, it's something else. It's what we do with some kind of social service combined. So I learned many things from him, and I'm still learning from his successor, Sadhguru Sri Madhusudan Sai. So what I'm learning is all these great thoughts from Vedas and all these sacred Indian texts. One of the most profound phrases from Vedas is, the body was given to us to serve others. So all these years I was trying to find something like that, to do something like that, that I can share my knowledge and my expertise. It's the same kind of way that all of you, all our esteemed guests, as you know, the next level of being a CEO or a businessman is for sure becoming a philanthropist. So, as you know, in the Western world, we only learn about greediness, how to become greedy and earn more and more and more and more. This country here has a very, very deep spiritual knowledge and everything, and we are learning the opposite. So, you know, as you all know, in the Western world we have a disease that is called depression. And I guess the depression is coming from the fact that we learn how to think about ourselves and not think about others. So coming to India, I learned all those kinds of things, and I'm very happy to have all the students playing so well, and most of my students are from rural areas from India. And as you can see, they can do extremely well, even better than all of us, like me, for example, that I'm coming from Athens and New York and all these big cities. So it's up to us. It's to do something for the people from villages and empower them. So I realized the last years that the hidden power of the world is somewhere hidden in the Indian villages. And this is the proof. And I guess we have to start from that. And this is the only way, I guess, that we can change the world. Thank you.
Up next, we have a popular song. Havana, composed by Camila Cabello, has won the Grammy Award for the Best Album Song at the 61st Grammy Awards. For this piece, we have Mr. Dimitris on the soprano saxophone and electric violin. Also Sai Shankar Narayanan on electric violin and Jeevan Sai on the grand piano. Now, we will have Madhu pursuing his Bachelor of Arts in Vedic Studies. He will speak to us in Kannada.
ಓಂ ಶ್ರೀ ಸಾಯಿರಾಮ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೆರೆದಿರುವ ಎಲ್ಲ ನನ್ನ ಗುರು ಹಿರಿಯರಿಗೂ, ಸಹೋದರ ಸಹೋದರಿಯರಿಗೂ ಹಾಗೂ ಗಣ್ಯ ಅತಿಥಿಗಳಿಗೂ ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರೀತಿಯ ಸಾಯಿರಾಮ್ಗಳು. ಮೊಟ್ಟ ಮೊದಲಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಸದ್ಗುರು ಶ್ರೀ ಮಧುಸೂದನ ಸಾಯಿಯವರಿಗೆ ಕೃತಜ್ಞತೆಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಪಿಸಲು ಇಷ್ಟಪಡುತ್ತೇನೆ. ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಮಧು. ನಾನು ಮಂಡ್ಯ ಜಿಲ್ಲೆಯ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರಾಮೀಣ ಪ್ರದೇಶದಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ನಾನು ಈ ವಿದ್ಯಾಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಊರಿನ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಶ್ರೀ ಸತ್ಯಸಾಯಿ ಶಾರದಾನಿ ಕೇತನಂ ವಿದ್ಯಾನಿವೇಶನಕ್ಕೆ 9ನೇ ತರಗತಿಗೆ ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡು ತದನಂತರ ನನ್ನ ಪದವಿ ಪೂರ್ವ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣವನ್ನು ಮುದ್ದೇನಹಳ್ಳಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮುಗಿಸಿ ಇಂದು ಶ್ರೀ ಸತ್ಯಸಾಯಿ ಮಾನವ ಅಭ್ಯುದಯ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಪದವಿ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣವನ್ನು ಸದ್ಗುರು ಶ್ರೀ ಮಧುಸೂದನ ಸಾಯಿಯವರು ನೂತನವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿರುವ BA ಇನ್ ವೇದಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟಡೀಸ್ ಎಂಬ ಕೋರ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಅಧ್ಯಯನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಈ ಕೋರ್ಸಿನ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಉದ್ದೇಶವೇನೆಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಾಚೀನ ಭಾರತದ ಅದ್ವೈತ ವೇದಾಂತ ಮತ್ತು ಸನಾತನ ಧರ್ಮದ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಯನ್ನು ಇಂದಿನ ಯುವ ಪೀಳಿಗೆಗೆ ಅರಿವು ಮೂಡಿಸುವ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಸದ್ಗುರು ಶ್ರೀ ಮಧುಸೂದನ ಸಾಯಿಯವರು ಈ ಒಂದು ನೂತನ ಕೋರ್ಸನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಾನು ಈ ವಿದ್ಯಾಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗೆ ಸೇರಿದ ನಂತರ ಇಲ್ಲಿನ ಶಿಸ್ತುಬದ್ಧವಾದ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ ನನ್ನ ಜೀವನವನ್ನು ಕಟ್ಟಿಕೊಳ್ಳಲು ಅನುಕೂಲವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿತು. ಶಿಕ್ಷಣದ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಸಂಗೀತ ಮತ್ತು ಕ್ರೀಡಾ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ನನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಗತಿಯನ್ನು ಕಂಡುಕೊಳ್ಳಲು ಅವಕಾಶವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿತು. ನಾನು ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ನನ್ನ ಅಣ್ಣ ಇದೇ ವಿದ್ಯಾಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು 8 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಂದ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಕೂಡ ಉಚಿತವಾದ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣವನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯುತ್ತಿದ್ದೇವೆ. ನನ್ನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದು ವಾಕ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದರೆ, ನಮ್ಮಂಥ ಸಾವಿರಾರು ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಉಚಿತವಾದ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣ, ಉಚಿತವಾದ ಆಹಾರ ಮತ್ತು ಉಚಿತವಾದ ಆರೋಗ್ಯವನ್ನು ನೀಡುತ್ತಿರುವ ಒಂದು ದೇವಸ್ಥಾನವಾಗಿ ನಮಗೆಲ್ಲ ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಮಾರ್ಪಟ್ಟಿದೆ. ಈ ವಾದ್ಯವೃಂದದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದರೆ, ನಾನು 2018ರಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ವಾದ್ಯವೃಂದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಸೇರಿಕೊಂಡೆ. ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ವಿವಿಧವಾದ ವಾದ್ಯಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳಿದುಕೊಂಡು ಅದರ ವೈಶಿಷ್ಟ್ಯತೆಯನ್ನು ನಾನು ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ತಿಳಿದುಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಈ ವಾದ್ಯವೃಂದದಲ್ಲಿ 8ನೇ ತರಗತಿಯಿಂದ ಪದವಿ ಶಿಕ್ಷಣವನ್ನು ಪಡೆಯುತ್ತಿರುವ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳವರೆಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಈ ವಾದ್ಯವೃಂದದಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿರುವ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಯು ತನ್ನ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಯ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಪರಸ್ಪರ ಹೊಂದಾಣಿಕೆಯಿಂದ ಒಬ್ಬರನ್ನೊಬ್ಬರು ಅರಿತುಕೊಂಡು ಈ ವಾದ್ಯವೃಂದದಲ್ಲಿ ಸಂಗೀತವನ್ನು ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೇವೆ. ಕೊನೆಯದಾಗಿ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಾದರೆ, ಸಂಗೀತ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಸದಾ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಪ್ರಗತಿಗೆ ಕಾರಣರಾಗಿರುವ ನಮ್ಮ ಶಿಕ್ಷಕರಾದ ದ್ರಿಮಿತಿ ಸರ್ ಅವರಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಪಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಹಾಗೂ ಈ ವಿದ್ಯಾಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಓದುತ್ತಿರುವ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಯ ಅಭಿವೃದ್ಧಿಗೆ ಕಾರಣರಾಗಿರುವ ಸದ್ಗುರು ಶ್ರೀ ಮಧುಸೂದನ ಸಾಯಿಯವರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಹೃದಯಪೂರ್ವಕ ಕೃತಜ್ಞತೆಗಳನ್ನು ಅರ್ಪಿಸುತ್ತಾ ಈ ನನ್ನ ಮಾತುಗಳನ್ನು ಮುಗಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ಸರ್.
Now, I would like to take this opportunity to introduce the percussion section of the symphony orchestra. We have Manu, Darshan, Yogesh, Shrikar, Pankaj, Rajiv, Kushal, Darshan Gowda, Nabeen and Malappa. The penultimate composition that we will present tonight is Beethoven's Fifth Symphony, one of the most well-known classical pieces by one of the greatest classical composers. Beethoven's Fifth Symphony is easily recognizable and is a masterpiece. On the timpani, we have Darshan. This evening, the Sai Symphony Orchestra will be presenting the first movement of Beethoven's Fifth Symphony in C minor, conducted by Mr. Dimitris Lambrianos. would like to introduce the conductors of the symphony orchestra. Firstly, we have Harish, pursuing his second year Bachelor of Arts. Second, we have Sai Vasisht, pursuing his first year senior secondary course in arts. And I am Sai Harikesh, pursuing my second year senior secondary course in science. Tonight's concluding piece is Zorba the Greek, composed by Mikis Theodorakis and based on the novel by the same name of Nikon Kazantzakis. This is also a very popular Greek piece. For this song, we have Mr. Dimitris Lambrianos on the bouzouki and Rishi Gopinath on the baglama, presenting to you Zorba the Greek.
Thank you. I think Beethoven is a happy man today, so am I. Because every time they take that piece, my heart, goes lubbed up. I do not know what they are going to do with it. Because it's not an easy piece. It's very, very complicated and very demanding, especially for somebody who's not so used to Western music, classical music. It's very difficult to even appreciate the piece. But I think they have worked very hard. I can see the difference between last performance and now. So hearty congratulations for having picked up that piece so well. And every other piece also. See, this is the potential. That is what we wanted to prove to you through this program, that give a child an opportunity and see what the child can do with it. Even a Western classical music can be picked up by a child from Mandya or Mudenhalli or anywhere in the rural Karnataka. So that is the possibility. Now still so much potential is untapped, and that is where our work is. So we collectively want to work on this area of realizing the true potential of rural India, especially in the children from there. These children are very simple, very sincere, very humble, very dedicated and hardworking, hungry to learn, a little naughty though, that comes with it, we can't help it. But then so many good qualities they have, the boys and girls. It's a delight to work with them and for them. And this is just a sample of what this institution can achieve. There are so many ways these children can express their talents. And I hope another time when you come, you can watch them, their classical singing also, Hindustani and Carnatic singing. You can watch them at the sports. We have a sports day. They perform adventure sports, including horse riding, bike stunts, and various other paragliding and things like that. So all this is possible for rural children if we give them an opportunity. And I want to specially thank Dimitris, leaving a corporate career, a very high-flying job at New York University. He wound up everything just with one command and came here, settled down in a village, and started working with the children. They were not as good as they are today, a few years ago. But today they have picked up, and as they kept on growing, we kept on giving them more instruments, more complicated instruments, and they kept on picking it up. For example, this harp arrived only, I think, 6 months ago?
Yes.
Something, it's from Austria.
From Italy.
From Italy, okay. The harp arrived from Italy a few months ago. And Dimitris wanted them to know how it sounds and and devotees came forward. They said, we want to support this orchestra. These are not, these are very expensive instruments, I must tell you. More expensive than some of the medical equipments in the hospital. But the joy that they give, these children, to everyone by playing it so well, and they keep it so well, that makes me very happy. And many of these children I have seen from their no mustache days to mustache days now, because they're all kids when they came. And now they're all grown up and so smart and so intelligent. We are very proud of the orchestra as an institution. I think this is a jewel of our institution, this whole orchestra. And Chaudhary ji said that we should have this program, isn't it? We should have this orchestra and everybody should see. So despite their exams which are coming in a week's time and all that, so you have to do very well there too, otherwise you will have music at home. So, and most of that will be percussion. Huh? So you should work hard and get good marks as well. Get good name for yourself, your parents, for the institution, even in the academics. And I'm sure that you will shine well there too. You have all the blessings, all the grace, and all the hard work that you put in. Also, we have Massimo from Italy. He is also working with the orchestra. He's a trumpetist. Anybody else from abroad? A teacher? No, these two of you. We have some students from abroad as well. We have from Nigeria, from our ashram in Nigeria, Obina and Emmanuel. From Fiji Islands, from our ashram, we have Saish. Somewhere there behind. There is Saish. From Canada, I think from Toronto, we have, what is your name? Sai? Rishi Gopinath. And who else is there?
From Singapore.
From Singapore, we have Ishan Ram. Yeah. And from Portuguese, we have Satya. Anybody else is there from there? No. And many children from other states like Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, of course Karnataka, some from Kerala, some from North India like Delhi, UP, and I think some from Bihar. Any other state that I left? Anybody from Andaman Nicobar? No.
Himachal Pradesh.
Himachal Pradesh, okay. So they are, Punjab, okay. Punjab, Kabir is from Punjab. That's it. So we have like a full, it's a global orchestra. We have people from around India and from abroad. So hearty congratulations for your performance. You want to say a word to them on behalf of everyone?
Yeah. Swamiji is amazing. First of all, in my entire life, I have not seen any of these instruments. And the way they perform with the synchronization, the way you all performed, I think this is the example what rural India can do. This is only tip of the iceberg, Swami. I think our focus should be on rural India, see how rural India is performing. I think if our venture capitalists and all the CEOs start picking up these gems, make them rock stars. They're already rock stars. So if you pick up these rock stars, your company will become rock star, and if not only unicorn, maybe decacorn or tetracorn, whatever Swamiji was telling. I think this is one sample of experts. Not only they have picked up studies, they are also very good in all the other faculties, plus values, plus whatever discipline. Swamiji, I never saw students having this 100%, they are not leaving anything unturned. And the way they are performing their duties, I have not seen any other. I think all of you should give a standing ovation to the students. Thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for training them. You are a great teacher.
All the instruments you
24/7 is only with the students doing this work.
See, this is the kind of dedication we need to have if you are to really transform rural India. 24/7, he came from New York and he's with us, and nothing else. He's trying to transform every student with this kind of it is very difficult to explain in words what kind of sincerity and commitment he has. The same commitment, even 10% of it, if you are able to get it, I think we can transform the whole India. Thank you, Swamiji.
That's true. One for him also.
ओम जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्त जना संरक्षक पति महेश्वरा ओम जय जगदीश हरे शशिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपते स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपते आश्रित कल्पलतिका आपद्बान्धवा ओम जय जगदीश हरे मात पिता गुरुदैवमु मरियंतयु नीवे स्वामी मरियंतयु नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथा नागेन्द्राशयन ओम जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप ओजस्वियो साई महादेवा सद्गुरु साई महादेवा मंगल हारति अंदुको मंगल हारति अंदु